Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. If you liked the video, please subscribe and stay tuned for new videos. Theresa Caputo brings her Long Island medium experience to Shreveport. Almost 2 years to the day after her last visit, the Long Island medium will bring her Theresa Caputo live. The experience tour to the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium. The municipal has the capacity to seat thousands of people, but Caputo wants her tour to be an intimate experience. "I try and make it a one-on-one experience," the medium said. She does this by walking off the stage and onto the floor where people are sitting to do her readings. "It is more about the people, this has nothing to do with me," Caputo told The Times. "I am just crazy enough to say what Spirit has me to say." She describes how she learned to communicate with Spirit on her website. "I've been seeing, feeling, and sensing Spirit since I was 4 years old, but it wasn't until I was in my 20s that I learned to communicate with souls in heaven." After suffering from what she describes as debilitating anxiety and trying to manage it on her own, and with a therapist for years, her mom, Veronica Brigandi, introduced Caputo to a spiritual healer and teacher named Pat Longo. "After just one session, she told me that I was suppressing Spirit's energy, which caused a lot of my anxiety, and helped me learn to channel Spirit through my chakras and release it with my words. I began to heal and come into my own." Caputo believes her event is about changing someone's life for the better. "It is about healing. We all suffer grief and we all mourn. Spirit gives us permission to grieve, to embrace it." Caputo knows that almost everyone going to her show wants to hear from a loved one that has passed, and she also knows that that is impossible. She knows that some people need more healing than others, that some people can feel guilty for being alive after a loved one passes. When Spirit communicates with her, she feels they are telling their loved one that it is okay to enjoy life, they are living life through our lives. They want us to embrace life with happiness and joy and not feel guilty about it. While most come looking for a little hope, many will not get the chance to have a personal reading. However, Caputo believes that one person's reading can also help another. That is why she calls the show an experience. Caputo wears a face mask during the show and asks her audience to as well. "Hey Spirit." Catch medium Theresa Caputo's live shows in Baton Rouge and New Orleans next weekend. When it comes to Theresa Caputo Live, the experience, the famous medium says one thing's for certain: Spirit runs the show. Spirit is how Caputo refers collectively to the souls of the departed who reach out or come forward to her during her appearances, private readings, TV series, and pandemic-born podcasts aptly titled Hey Spirit. Yes, Spirit is on Zoom, according to the 54-year-old psychic/celebrity. The Theresa Caputo Live tour lands in Louisiana next weekend, with a show on Saturday night in Baton Rouge and Sunday afternoon in New Orleans. Don't fret if you've never seen the bubbly Long Islander with the blonde bouffant on TLC's Long Island Medium, 2011-19, or, of late, on Discovery Plus, Long Island Medium, There in Spirit. There'll be a sizzle reel played at the beginning of the evening to catch you up. Caputo concedes many attending the experience don't have a clue what to expect, as they're just tagging along with a friend or loved one. When Caputo arrives on stage, she'll give a quick speech on how she reads and communicates with the souls of the departed, she says. "And then it's Spirit's turn. Once I start feeling and sensing them, I come off the stage," she explains. "We have cameras that follow me around, and there's a big screen set up, so no matter where you're seated you can feel and be a part of this amazing experience." Fans of the TV series accustomed to her one-on-one readings may wonder if the huge audience presents more of a challenge for Caputo. "No, because it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with Spirit," she says emphatically. "The souls of the departed are the ones that stand together. It's almost like I'm not a part of my physical body when I read. It's almost like I leave and I allow Spirit to take over my physical body. They will guide me around the theater and have me stop in front of someone. So even if someone is claiming the information clear across the theater, I will literally feel like I can't move, so that's my sign from spirit that I need to stay right there and just continue to deliver the messages. And it's those messages targeted to loved ones, still in the physical world, that are the reason Caputo has been sharing her abilities as a medium since just after 9/11 events. She first realized she could communicate with deceased relatives when she was just 4 years old, but it wasn't until she was around 28 that Caputo says she discovered that she was not only able to connect with her departed loved ones, but also everyone else's. I struggled with my gift for 5 years. After 9/11 events, I knew that this is what I needed to do because people didn't know what happened to their loved ones, Caputo says. A lot of them weren't able to recover their physical bodies. These people deserved peace and needed healing. I put my gift in God's hands and I said, if this is my soul's journey, then I want to use my gift for healing, to help people embrace life after the loss of a loved one with as much happiness and joy that they can find. And here I am, over 20 years later. Ironically, the divorced mother of two's recent TLC special, Long Island Medium, in memory of 9/11 events, timed to the 2-decade anniversary of the terrorist attacks, was criticized as tone-deaf. I didn't understand the criticism, and there were some comments made that I was insensitive. I thought about it, and from doing these readings and meeting with these families, how insensitive is it that every year for 20 years, these families had to relive their loved ones passing minute by minute, detail by detail. For the entire day, everyone that comes to the show walks in that theater expecting to hear from their departed loved ones. And when that moment happens, it's so emotional because then you can't believe it's really happening, Caputo says. And then, Spirit has me talk about things that they're like. Wait a minute, how does she know that? Whether it's a phrase their loved one used frequently, a treasured object known only to the family, or an event that's happened since their loved one's departure, many are taken aback by the messages Caputo relates to them. Years of readings have taught Caputo that there are common burdens and guilt carried by many survivors. Unfortunately, when we lose a loved one, no matter how they died, young or old, tragic, we watch suffer for years with an illness, we sometimes are left with a burden and guilt. We might be left with a would've, should've, could've, only if. At the end of the day, all these negative emotions that we place on ourselves after the loss of a loved one does not give us the ability to heal. So if you come to the live experience, it is about healing.